What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan coming at you with the roster update video of players to target. The update comes out later today, and I know I am late on getting the video out, so I do apologize, but I hope this makes up for it, as I am going to try to find you guys some very valuable players coming up. If not getting the bump to Diamond today in future updates. And yes, I know the players that I'm going to be talking about aren't the players that are going to go Diamond 100%. There are a list of players that I feel so confident in going to Diamond, and I have their cards that I picked up when they were cheaper. But what I want to do is try to create value for people that struggle to find the right players to invest in, don't have the time, just can't crack the code on it. So, first off is Craig Kimbrell. As a Cubs fan, this excites me, but he is one of the best closers right now this season. He's got one of the lowest ERAs for closer, only behind Mark Malanson. And I've talked about Mark Malanson, definitely a player that I still have on my list of players that I'm just going to continue to hold, buy, and then sell after each roster update. But Kimbrell has got 15 saves out of 17 opportunities, 25 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, which is up there with some of the other names. Chapman, Matt Barnes, Alex Reyes, Liam Hendricks. So Kimbrell's up there, but he is fourth right now this season in saves. He's got 15. He's got a .72 ERA, just said, and a .72 WHIP, which typically those two numbers aren't ever the same, but it is kind of funny that they are. But yeah, .72 WHIP, 41 strikeouts, only 8 walks, 2 earned runs given up this entire season, 5 actual runs. So yeah, as an 82 overall, I don't expect him to go Diamond. Especially, it seems like with relievers and closers, it's a little more difficult for them to hit Diamond. But long term, I mean, he's looking very, very impressive this season. Used to be a huge name when he was in Boston, but anyway, still up there. I like him a lot. You can get his card right now by at 3,700, or create a buy order at 2,800. So if he were to hit Diamond today, and you made the buy orders at 2,800, you're looking at about at least a 2,200 stub profit per card, which is fantastic. It's not as good as other investments that I've given out or am in right now, but still a lot more valuable than someone like a Lance Lynn, Winker, those guys that are probably going to hit Diamond today for sure. Even someone like Matt Barnes, but their prices are already up there. I don't really see value there since they're already at what they would be once they hit Diamond. So if you need to pick them up before they go Diamond, sure. But like I said, we're just trying to make people stub. So yeah, Craig Kimbrell is the first player. All right, guys. The second player, and it is a pitcher, is Zac Wheeler for the Phillies, 82 overall. And the reason that I'm targeting him is he has just been absolutely killing it the last about month and a half. More importantly, the last month. But on the season, he is leading the league in innings pitched, which his stamina should go up from that alone. And he's got 112 strikeouts in 90 innings pitched, which is incredible. He's got a 2.29 ERA. His win-loss 4-3, but we've seen that the win-losses don't really matter. He's got his complete game shutout. He has a .9 WHIP, which is one of the lowest right now. Trevor Bauer, Garrett Cole, names like that are a little ahead of him, but for an 82 overall gold, definitely someone that I'm targeting, especially for his price. It's about the same as Kimbrell. The only difference is if you want to make a buy order, it's a lot more expensive than Kimbrell's. Kimbrell's was 28. Wheeler's is up to 3,600. So there is quite a difference, but still, you're looking at about 1,400 stubs. Not the greatest, but like I said, we're trying to find value in more places than those guys that are already at 5K basically for today. So the second player is Zac Wheeler. All right, guys. Now, I had a similar take last last video and for the last roster update, players to target, and we ended up with the Toronto Blue Jays. There's a lot of value there, and Chicago White Sox. We found a lot of value with a lot of the guys on the team. That's pretty much how baseball goes. Is when a particular player is doing really good, chances are there's other players around him doing somewhat similar. Doesn't always correlate, but especially hitting wise, it does. And the Astros are playing really good. I believe they're, if not the best, top three offenses right now. And you see it by just their overalls that they do have and the stubs that some of their players are selling for. Yuli Weir, he's an example. I think he's hitting diamond. I can't see any way he doesn't. 84 just needs a 1. But like I said, you create a buy order at 45.58, you sell them at 5,000. You're not making any stubs at all. In fact, you're probably losing stubs. So I'm not targeting him. I have what I do with players like that I can't find value, but it's too late. I buy 2. I buy 1 to sell, and then 1 to continue to have on my team, so that I always have that diamond. But Carlos Carrera, Jose Altuve, Jordan Alvarez, and Kyle Tucker. Those 4 players I talked about. Altuve is probably my biggest investment right now. He's an 82. Carrera's an 82. And then Alvarez and Tucker, both 81s. But that team is just hitting really good. Carrera batting 286 at 375 on base percentage. Altuve 296 at 364. Alvarez 305 with a 356 on base percentage. Kyle Tucker's not hitting as good. He's got a 261 with a 323 on base percentage. But their home runs, Carlos Carrera's got 11, Altuve's got 11, and Tucker has 11. Tucker has 40 RBIs, which is top 15 in the league. Carlos Carrera 34, Altuve 29. But Carrera and Altuve 42 and 41 runs, Alvarez 34, Tucker 39. So their numbers are really, really good, and they're really, really cheap. Tucker, you can create a buy order at 1,000. Same for Alvarez. And there's value. I honestly can see them getting some bumps today. Not not to where they go diamond, but maybe an overall boost to an 82, maybe. Alvarez more than likely an 82, something like that. Tucker maybe an 81, maybe an 82. But Altuve, Carrera, I could potentially see them being 84s. And the reason I like doing that is, one, it gets them closer to diamond if they don't hit diamond, but 2, their value stays there. So even though they don't necessarily hit diamond, they're probably going to still be selling around 4,000 because they are so close. And it's easier for a player in 84 who's doing good to get diamond rather than a player that is in 82 or an 81, something like that, that's playing phenomenal to hit diamond. So these guys just have a great value. Carrera, you can create a buy order at 21.20 basically. Altuve 13.70. And like I said, if they go up to an 84, which is my target goal right now, is about an 84. Especially with how big of names they are. I know we have the controversy. I fully understand, and I'm there with you. But yeah, there's just a lot of value there. So Houston Astros as a team, we have some players of value there, definitely. All right, guys. I know I've talked about Austin Riley before, but he's yet another player that I've invested even more in, and his numbers after the month before have went up quite a bit. Right now in the season, he's batting 300 with a 381 on base percentage, 11 home runs, 27 RBIs, 32 runs. OPS of an 896, which is 16th in the league. For a 76 overall, I think that's very good. I like the value there a lot. Do I necessarily think he hits gold? maybe, maybe not, but he's on the rise. One of the better hitters on Atlanta right now. And you can get him for about 623 stubs. So if he hits gold, you're looking at about 400 stubs per card. But yeah, 76, I definitely think there's value there, especially 623. Most of the silvers that look really, really promising of going to gold are already up there in price. Cedric Mullins is a great example. He's not even a silver, he's a bronze. And his card is through the roof right now. He's already selling for 1,000, so I think a lot of people are really hoping he goes to gold, but Riley still has value. It's not the value that I entirely love, but it's still there. So a silver player, I got a couple more silvers, so keep watching for the silvers. All right, guys, we still have Mark Malanson back. 77 overall. Mark Malanson continues to lead the league in saves. It's just a trend upwards. It's pretty hard to get his overall up, though. I guess some things you could switch with him is control, velocity, pitching clutch, obviously. But the man has 19 saves and 21 opportunities, so it was a kind of rougher 30 days for him. But he continues to still get saves. But the thing that kills me, so Mark Malanson has 27 innings pitched, only has 22 strikeouts, and you look at the rest of the closers, anyone anywhere near him in saves is Ian Kennedy, has 12 saves, 21 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts. So Mark Malanson doesn't strike people out; he just gets them out. But he's really good at doing it. He's got a .66 ERA, which is the lowest among all eligible closers. 11 walks, and he's got a 1.02 whip, which is actually probably one of the higher ones. And it's because he has 17 hits too. So he gives up a decent amount of hits, decent amount of walks, doesn't strike people out, but gets outs. He gets the job done. So yeah, Mark Malanson at 77. I think it's pretty easy for him to go to an 80, especially leading the league at this point in saves. And he's cheap, 562. I know when I was buying him, it was at the hundreds, 200, stuff like that. But at 562, I'm still not mad about that price. So definitely some value there for a player I do think is gonna hit gold. All right, fellas. So the last player that I will have for this video. If you guys also have any questions of any players that you're considering, anything like that, let me know in the comments, and I'll reach back to you. But Trey Mancini is the last player for this video. Now, I do find a lot of other silver players that I have confidence going into gold, and I will continue to say this. This is not players that are going to hit gold, going to hit diamond, yada yada. This is finding ways to invest your stubs so that you don't have to try to flip the market all the time. You invest in a player. If they hit a certain overall, you make stubs. That's what I want to provide for you guys. And Trayman Ceni is the last guy I'm going to target. I like his value of stubs and the opportunity he has to go to gold. So he plays for the Baltimore Orioles, a bad baseball team. They don't look as bad as they have in the past, especially this far into the season, and with how difficult of a division they have, even though the division itself is all over the place with Tampa Bay being one of the best teams in the division. Still something that usually wasn't heard of, but Trey Mancini, 11 home runs this season, 45 RBIs, which is tied for 6th, 24 walks, 55 strikeouts. So those numbers aren't too bad. The number that I like that stands out the most, let me read off the rest of his stats. He's got a 277 batting average. Yet again, still not bad for a Baltimore Orioles player. 351 on base percentage, still really good. 33 runs, no triples, and 13 doubles. So the thing that stands out the most to me is the 45 RBIs. So you have to consider of what team he plays for, how good the offense is, how many runs they score. If this man has 45 RBIs, that means Baltimore's getting runners on and he is getting some clutch at bats. No matter how he's doing it, 11 home runs, so it's not like he's just getting them all by home run, but he's finding ways to drive those runs in. 78 overall, so he only needs 2 to hit gold. His clutch, I think, obviously has to go up. His vision also goes up, and maybe his contact. But 78, all he has to do is go up 2. You can get him for 626 stubs, so you're looking at about 470 stubs per card sold. So there's a lot of value. I think he's one of the more slept on silvers right now. Easily see him go gold. So this will be the last player that I mention. Like I said, guys, if you have any questions about any of these players, feel free to comment. I will answer you back right away. And I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychic. This is just my predictions and who I'm targeting, investing in, stuff like that. So if I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't tell you guys to do it either. So hope you guys do enjoy these videos. I will continue to make them because I enjoy making them. I enjoy you guys making stubs, and it's nice to hear that other people are making stubs off of some of my picks. So definitely tune in to tomorrow's video. We'll go over some of the roster updates, see the overall bumps and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching.